Good evening. So we have the second of a series of videos. I mean, this is not the second. This has been like probably like I don't even know how many there have been now. There have been many Frogger streams, but this is the second one that I am calling the Frogger Files, for a few different reasons. Because now we're at a point where we've got a lot of things that we want to show. So this is the second of that series. The first one was I called the Frogger 2 files, but now we've got just kind of generally a lot to show. So um, thank you for bearing with us. We were supposed to go live the other night, last Sunday, I think it was. I had made an announcement for this and everything, and it was crazy. Um, but now we've actually managed to get a time to go live. So I'm here with the one and only Snap, who I'm now going to unmute.
Hello.
There's Snap, and I'm just gonna let Snap kind of take the wheel here and explain kind of what he wants to show it kind of in order, and I will be
Yeah,
kind of I'll be the I don't know back seat. I'll show you. I don't know. We'll take it in strides as we go.
yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. What I'm kind of hoping that this can serve as is kind of an update on all of the stuff that's been kind of going on, all the stuff that's been preserved, all the stuff that's been kind of documented, and all the work that's kind of been happening. Because this Frogger 2 stuff, there's been a lot of work. Like we got the files or all the physical stuff like over a year ago at this point. And to be perfectly honest, I had expected to have it all like publicly released a long uh a long time ago. But it's legitimately taken this long just to do all the things that need doing before it can be released because a lot of the stuff isn't in a form that's easy to use out of the box. And so a lot of the work has gone into that. So I hope to talk about things like the beta FMVs, which we've had people. Cab has put in a massive amount of work into restoring the soundtrack, rendering every single audio project. There's nearly 200 ish audio projects and like individual audio tracks that have been rendered. And it's kind of amazing because there are only like 11 songs in the final version of Frogger 2. And so there are just so many backups of like one-off ideas or just how songs changed over time. There's a lot of cool stuff there. We can see kind of early versions of the FMVs. We can look at some prototype builds. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the Frogger decomp and the Frogger 2 enhanced PC port a little, because those are both huge things for the kind of froggy future, I guess. I kind of wanted to leave it a little bit up to kind of audience interest though. If there is anything that particularly interests anybody, feel free to say so in the YouTube chat. Um, yeah, I hope to have it be a little more interactive in terms of what we focus on because there's a lot to talk about and we want to keep it interesting.
Mm-hmm. Truth. So Arch immediately asks, "What are the early FMVs like?" I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
maybe go through that first.
yeah. I don't think Hellfire has even seen any of them yet.
No, this is going to be a first for me as well. A lot of this stuff, I've kind of been watching from the sidelines. I've been switching jobs. I've been kind of going through a lot of life stuff, so I haven't really been up to speed on a lot of this. So you're going to be seeing a lot of my first reactions to this as well. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I'll I'll see if we can show some of the storyboards for some of them too. Because there were a lot of changes to the FMVs from how they were conceptualized to how they were made. They were kind of conceptualized in kind of a 2D art style. Um, but the way they were made is quite a bit different. and pretty bad. We could start with the videos, or we could start with uh or we could start with like going over some of the storyboards. I don't know what people would be most interested in, but uh yeah, happy to hear ideas.
I vote FMVs. I feel like that would be fun, but
Yeah.
whatever. There's a lot to see and not a lot of time. So, hello, Eric. You said that you told me before we started streaming that the FMVs would be on TCRF.
Yeah, on the cutting room
So,
floor. A lot of Cab has done a great job and has made a page containing all of the early FMV renders so far. They're also on YouTube. Yeah, I'll get you. Here is the link to the early FMV uh page here, and let me see if I can grab 1 second here. Yeah, here we are. And here's a YouTube link that kind of has them all back to back.
okay. I guess I'll play the YouTube video. I mean, would that be more streamlined?
Your call. The cutting room floor has them each separately. You can kind of leaf through them maybe a little better. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer to that.
I'll kind of just broadcast the YouTube video. I feel like it'd be fun.
Sounds good.
All right, give me one moment here. I'm gonna swap the video over to this.
As
Okay.
you can tell, we are no more professional at this uh than we've ever been.
Yeah, it's kind of just impromptu, but that's how it goes, right? I mean, whatever. So let me just make sure I got the chat up so I can see chat reacts here. All right, I will just simply play this video. I don't know if there's maybe more things that are differently portrayed on the cutting room floor page, but I think this video is worth watching. So let's do it. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Okay.
One thing to note about the FMVs, we have the quote unquote high quality versions of these FMVs, or at least of some of them. You I guess you could pause if you want. The what that means is that we have 680 by 4 yeah
640 by
640
480.
by 480 versions of these, which is quote unquote high quality. They wanted the original project files, but the company that did these FMVs never actually saved them and sent them to Blitz, even though they were contractually obligated to. So
That's interesting.
yeah,
What
it's
what
kind of disappointing.
what was the company that did these?
I want to say Atomic Arts.
Okay. Well, I don't that intro wasn't scrapped. I don't think any of this is necessarily scrapped. These are just like weird early
Yeah,
versions of them.
I'm wondering, maybe this video I sent might not be the early versions. This might it's actually, it says it's the
Oh,
masters in the
this is
title, so perhaps I accidentally set the wrong one.
yeah, because I noticed that didn't seem any different, but
Yeah,
but it did look slightly higher quality. I mean, not like this is you know
yeah.
crazy high quality or anything.
These cutscenes are notoriously awful, but I actually kind of love them for that.
Oops. I'm going to see is it on this person's account? or is it not at all?
I
I think what I will do is I'll just load the cutting room floor page. That might be better.
yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at the cutting room page. I thought that that might have had it. I perhaps I'm just mistaken on which one had the cut ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you've seen the final version. Let's look at the first version.
Yeah, and this version has been this was re-rendered manually, like the audio was re-rendered so it could be put on here. But the video is original. And we tried to match the audio backups as close as possible with the videos in question. So like there is early audio, because there were early audio backups. That solid yellow background.
Wow. Incredible. All right, now what's changed? Okay. That's very strange that they decided to do like an orchestral, not with the music. Or not with the intro song.
Yeah, I think some of these were tests that were intended to be more to just see what the audio was like without the music, just for the sake of the people working on it.
I assume the animation's pretty much the same. The sound is different. Oops. And the rest will be the same. So that's the final one. Okay. This intro cutscene, or this first cutscene. No sound? No music?
I think it's just quiet. That jump cut, just different colored frog in the next shot.
Wow. That was terrible. Is this the same? They really emphasize that scream from the first time. It's funny to me how close the earliest versions are to the final versions. Like they didn't
That
really
just shows how rushed it was.
iterate very much.
Yeah, it was just get it done as fast as you can. There's no time for that.
It's so bad. Okay. Uh, it's just funny.
There's Cab in the chat, Cabulent not.
Hello, Cab.
He is put in so much work into this.
I kind of hate her. I don't know why.
What, you don't like Britney Spears the Frog?
Logic Audio Platinum. Is that how these were mixed? Lily Spears? That's funny.
It's kind of crazy. One person voiced every single character in the game, minus the stock sound effects.
Good job, Swampy. Proud of you. I'm just playing the first and second iterations of these, because if I play them all, we're going to be here forever.
Yeah, absolutely. The changes between them are kind of small. The Rambo one, is that the one with the commercial?
I like the delay on his voice. Like, he laughed, and then there was the same laugh, but, like, lower volume. Awesome. Wow. That was the most nothing thing ever. Is the cutscene really this, like, pointless in the game, too?
Yeah, okay, so what it's telling the player is you need to have Frogger show up as well. You need both frogs.
Yeah, but it's also telling me that she walked away, so, like, it's not really, like, clear that she wants to wait for him, or that she needs his help, because she just gives up and walks away. Okay, that's maybe a little bit more in line with it, I guess. I'm glad they changed her walking away, because that very much uh changed how it
Yeah.
was portrayed. You're telling me the same person who voices Lily also voices Swampy?
Yes. We have the Raw Studio voice recordings where he's like talking with somebody. We can't hear the other person, but it's probably somebody from Blitz who's like giving some directions.
I gotta say, guy's got range.
It's pitch shifted a little, but yeah, he is kind of nut. He went on to host a very successful, popular UK kids show.
Which was?
CBBS.
Okay. I'm not.
I'd never heard of it
Yeah,
either.
I'm not. I'm not from there, so I don't know. But good for the people who like that or grew
Yeah.
up with that. Wait, is this one with Rambo? No, that might be the next one. Oh, never mind. It might be this one. Okay. All right.
They actually cut out quite a bit from that scene.
I gotta watch the final one again. I haven't seen that in years.
Sure.
You know, now that I think about it, why did it? Okay, he had a real gun. That I just noticed that. Um, but why did it not zoom into the TV the first time? Like it zoomed away from the TV into the like distance, as if this was actually happening.
Yeah. I think it's funny that that reveals that the house was in the same scene. Just behind the frogs.
I have to watch the other one again. Just
Yeah.
real quick.
It shows the house was there the whole time.
All right, whatever. Like it doesn't zoom into what is going on here actually? Why does the TV turn into this shot again inside of itself? And then it zooms away from the TV over to the house that exists here.
Unfinished.
And he's got a real gun.
That's actually really funny. I didn't even notice that.
Anyway, that's bizarre. That was probably the most interesting of them, in my opinion, thus far.
Yeah.
Okay. Me when I find my onion. Oh, never mind. He took the onion.
Your onion?
Look, it's a big onion. No?
No, that's the bag of baby froglets.
No, it was an onion.
Okay.
It was an onion.
Oh, was there? I actually didn't see it.
No, I'm joking. I know it was the bag of frogs,
Okay,
but
okay.
it looked like an onion. Do you want to tell me that that doesn't look like an onion? Wait, hold on. Look at that quality.
It looks more like garlic than an onion.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, okay. All right, garlic, whatever, same difference. Oh god, that's loud. I don't want to hear that in my ear. Okay.
I don't know what they were doing with her eyes, but kind of freaky.
Let me see that again. Doesn't she do that in the final one?
Yeah.
Hold on. That, like, frame that it was, like, stuck on. Never mind. It's fine. Wait. These faces are terrifying. His eye clipping through his head. Yep. All right. That's that. Look at that frame that it's on.
Yeah.
Oh god. What is going on with this? It's awful.
Ugh, just completely unfinished background.
This, I mean, this looks better, but it doesn't look that much better.
Bumpy kind of looked like he got rabies.
Okay. An attempt was made. Why did he get in the cage?
See, that's the question. That's the question. Nobody ever knows. I'm sure it made sense in the original storyboard. We could probably check that.
I mean, I see this fall. Like, what was he like trying to? Was that his only option because this was just like like breaking apart or
Here,
something?
I'll,
Like,
I'll I'll pull up the sketch of what the scene was supposed to be.
where are the storyboards? Are they on this page?
Not yet. They will be.
Oh, okay. Oh god. I'll play the ending. Tiny. Did he die? Is he dead?
Nope. You could see a UFO zoom off.
Wait, did I miss that?
I don't know if it's in the early one.
So, so did he originally die?
Okay, here's what the storyboard shows for this. He's not what happened in the storyboard was that he was trying to pull Lily out of the cage, but he kind of slipped and fell in.
Okay.
These videos are nowhere near expressive enough to show something like that. But like you could kind of see how different the original kind of style was.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
I, I don't know if I would call this like functional, but it's fine.
The other one, you can kind of compare some of the scenes, especially some of the earlier ones, and it's like, wow, their vision was so much more coherent than what we got.
So, what the heck is that?
Oh yeah. I have a whole document of models rendered like this. This is very early concept art.
I guess I'll take a look at music.
Yeah. I'd love to kind of go over everything there. It hasn't all been documented yet. It's still one of the things kind of getting worked on. The music though, the music is should be every single track that's been rendered should be here.
Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Thank you, Cab. There's so many games where they don't have this information. Like the soundtrack was composed by someone and they just didn't, state anywhere. You know, like it was never known, and unless you directly ask, like, what was used to make this. This is information that you don't really get for a lot of things. I like that. I don't really know where to begin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really so much. I guess we could maybe start with are there any songs that anybody who's watching is interested in hearing maybe like in an early stage or something?
Whenever I think of Frogger 2, immediately I'm always thinking about this one. Where is it?
If it is the Super Retro track, it's called Title 2 and you can control F for that.
I think about this one
Okay, Subterranean, yeah.
with the gold mine with that sample that was used in Sonic Rush. Like that's the one. That's the song I think of. But I want to listen to like the earliest version of it. Oh, this sucks.
It's kind of quiet on the stream.
It's pretty loud, says Eric.
Oh, maybe that's me. I have it at highest of volume, but I'm also going through a speaker, so.
I feel like. Okay, all right, we're getting somewhere. Just for the sake of time, I probably won't play the whole thing. I do want to at least give a sampling of it, so you can go listen to the rest for yourself if you want to hear the whole song. I'm interested in maybe listening to, like, the kind of the evolution of this one. Oh, immediately we're onto this. Within, like, 2 months.
Yep. Seems a lot faster.
Seems mostly normal to me. I'm noticing more samples in it, though. I like how it goes from this, which is... It's just such a drastic difference. But also, like... I don't know. I think that these were made for 2 different levels, is what I would assume. Maybe.
It's possible. If they were, we certainly have renders of whatever that level must have been.
Guessing that this is pretty much mostly the same. I will try Vocal Cut.
Hopdodge asks what the best way to play Frogger 2 on PC is. We're working on an enhanced version of the PC port, which fixes all the issues and makes it real easy to set up. It's available in the Highway Frogs Discord, but it's not like officially released yet.
Doesn't seem that
That's
different.
something I'd like to talk about later in the stream, maybe.
Daft Funk. Okay, this is different.
Can you get through the whole game with the remaster or the enhanced version? Yes.
This is kind of sick. I'd say this fits the level with the Ant's Nest pretty good. At least in my brain it does.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, again, I won't play the whole thing just for the sake of time, but that's super sick. City Tracks. I don't know if... Where are they? City N64. Okay, here's one. Is there a raw, like, project file for this one? Like, could we get this at a higher quality?
No, it's specifically at low quality because it's for the N64 and they had low quality samples used.
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, that's true. I suppose it might be possible to render this by replacing the low quality ones with higher quality equivalents.
This smacks. I love this. I'm gonna play the other one. That's a little later. I don't know if it's gonna be any different. I mean, they really were trying to cram some really good music onto an N64 game. That's mostly the same. Um,
I think we'll finish the N64 port one day.
for real?
I hope. I know that it is possible. We have nearly all the tools necessary. We have all of the um yeah, all like the game files and everything. The challenge is that means I'd actually have to learn the N64 hardware though. And hopefully others might be willing to help.
But also, like, why not? All right, like
Yeah, why not?
level complete.
What about the cutscenes? Yeah, I thought about that, Arch, and my thinking there is that either I come up with like a very basic FMV player, which I'm not super in favor of. What I'm thinking is taking screenshots of of the FMVs and using those, or or alternatively using the like coloring in and touching up the original sketches for the storyboards and using those with like subtitles. Not incredible, but like a pretty adequate solution, I think.
Holy crap! So my question about these levels that I'm seeing is, well, like, what is the likelihood that we could restore these to be usable again?
Ooh, okay. So this is a complicated and nuanced question. The these renders come from a program called Job, which can open .obe files, and the short of it is, um, as long as we have the .max file or .ase or corresponding data that's equivalent to all the things necessary for the level, then we can restore it and play it. But the problem just comes down to, do we have all of the files per level? And so that's going to be different on a per level basis. Just because we can render what the level looked like doesn't mean we have the collision for the level, doesn't mean etc. Or doesn't mean we have enemy placements, etc. But as long as we have that data, we can recreate it. We can put it in game.
So I recall seeing this specific level in a screenshot many years ago, like 10,
Hmm.
15 years ago, and thinking to myself like, wow, that's not in the game. And I don't remember where I saw it, but I definitely remember seeing this specific level.
Yeah, there are definitely promo screenshots of this. Oh, we have a few questions. Are the city levels playable at all? Yes. There are several prototype builds where the city levels are playable. Some of them are at different extents, so we don't even need to do any like working to take some of these levels into the game. Like they're just builds that have these already, at least for some of them. And there are some questions about Job. Is Job similar to 3ds Max? Is Job the texture tool or level design tool? Job is the texturing tool. It was a program that was made to let non 3D modelers uh apply textures to things, apply shading, to work on maps without like needing to know all of the intricacies of 3ds Max. So it's kind of yeah. It's not as powerful as 3ds Max. It's meant to be a little bit more noob friendly, basically. because it wasn't used by the artist, it was used by just if a programmer has some spare time, they could work on a level if they wanted.
So, do we want to maybe move and shift into playing a prototype, a Frogger 2 prototype that has already been built?
Um, Maybe. I don't know what Chad is thinking, but I wouldn't mind talking at least briefly about the Frogger decomp. Don't worry, we won't go too deep into the technical stuff. But I'd love to talk at least a little bit of what like the future of Frogger modding looks like.
Okay, so you want me to load up the decomp here?
Yeah.
Okay, so screenshots of toy shop levels.
Is there a screenshot of any toy shop level? I don't know if there's one on the cutting room floor. Let's see.
There isn't.
Go to the parent page. Oh. Early and unfinished levels again?
Yeah, that's where I was.
My
Oh wait,
mistake.
never mind.
Um,
No, I don't think so.
Shoot. Yeah, there is one kind of toy shop level, and it's impossible to tell. Yeah, rip. I have seen it. I guess it's just not been put on the cutting room floor. Yeah. It looks pretty funky. It has like a cheese floor uh and like a cake texture. It's oh, there it is. There it is right here. Um it's labeled as sub multi here. I swear that this may have just been like a placeholder map or something because I've seen this. I swear I remember seeing this as the as labeled as toy shop. But I'm not sure. Yeah. Hop Dodge asks if we have a beta release. Beta release of what?
Probably Frogger 2.
Yes, there are a ton of early builds of Frogger 2.
Oh man, I hate this level. In the final game, the one with the elevator and you go through the different floors, I hate it.
Oh no, what's wrong with that level?
It's annoying.
Sure.
I don't like the creatures that follow you. I don't know, it's not fun to play. I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorite levels in Frogger 2 is the one that's in space and it sends you back to the beginning after you collect a baby frog in Frogger 1 style. I like that.
Sure.
Anyway, what the heck? Okay,
Yeah, that level isn't textured for some reason.
interesting. And neither is this. Imagine like backporting a Frogger 2 level into Frogger 1. Just randomly hit
Oh,
me.
that sounds like a headache right now. There's some work. I have a lot of plans for what the future of Frogger modding kind of looks like. Um, because of this. This right here is the source code to Frogger 1 for the PlayStation, and it builds an exact copy of the retail version.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
And I've tried to set it up to be as easy as possible to get set up. And so to kind of show that even for like a non-coder. And so to kind of show that um I'm hoping to kind of work through it with Hellfire just to kind of show how few steps there are. Right now, there's still some stuff like there'll be a guide eventually to kind of explain some of the stuff. So like we're gonna have a big scary like command prompt window up, but like there will be guides and stuff for this once it's all ready. But the first thing he's gonna do is clone the repository, which basically means he's just gonna download it.
So I don't remember this.
Yeah, just copy the link right there, and then just type git clone and then the link, and this'll create a copy of all the files shown in the web browser here. And then
Okay.
you can go into you could open it up in Explorer, I
Here it
think.
is.
And let me see real quick. I don't sure, I can send you the link later, Hopdodge. Yeah, so just reading the how to compile and run section. After downloading or cloning it, just double click compile.bat and it'll tell you what to do. And so right now it's compiling the game.
It's not going to ask me for my game file, or does it do that after?
It'll do that after. It asks, would you like to build the CD image? So this would be an image you could like burn to a disk or play in an emulator.
So yes.
And so it's asking you, yeah, you want to say yes? And it says, you haven't set it up yet. So please place your Frogger CD image in the folder build original and name it frogger.bin.
Okay. So I'm going to take this.
Yeah.
And am I using track 1 or 2? Does it matter?
Use track 1.
Okay. So I'm going to go into build original, and then I'm going to put this in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this in here.
You don't even need the queue.
Okay. Never mind. I don't need the queue. So just
Yeah.
frogger.bin.
Yeah, but you have to call it frogger.bin.
Like that.
Sure. And let's hope that it being lowercase doesn't matter.
There. All right.
Okay.
Just so we don't run into any problems, it's got to be called frogger.bin. So I'm going to come back here.
Yeah. And
I need to go back
and
here.
then yeah.
And extract.
Yeah.
So now it is extracting things.
Yeah.
Which it
and
did.
It says success at the bottom, so you could just press enter.
Okay.
And then press enter again.
Up and down.
And then just run compile.bat again.
So it's already compiled. Would you like to build a bin? Yes.
Yeah.
Then that's
Success.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. You have a fully playable version of Frogger now that was compiled from the source code.
And this is
And so you
this is
can
it
just
right here.
open that. Yep. Just open it in like DuckStation or something. Just an emulator.
So now I'm gonna put you in here.
I don't know how to pronounce your name, but the person with the Y's and X's and Z's in their name asks, does that use the open source PlayStation toolchain or something different? No, this is using the original PlayStation toolchain, but I have been working pretty hard to try and get it completely building with exclusively with open source and primarily Linux like GNU tools. And so the right now it's not fully set up like that yet, but the idea is to have it set up to use completely like non-proprietary open source stuff for building. That is not finished yet though. Even if the part that builds with the official kind of Sony PlayStation stuff is working. But yeah, the idea is that I don't even want to have the person who's like modding Frogger to even have to think about that. Like they don't need to know what tool chain it uses or anything. They can just click compile and it builds basically, which is the idea. And because for Frogger modding, one of the reasons why we don't have like big custom levels yet is just this game is not built in a way that's easy to add new content to. And so now that we have a perfect match for the retail game source code, I'm spending time thinking about it, but I'm gonna at some point actually start coding on this. The idea is to rewrite the game systems that like have hard-coded things in the executable, and like how it reads files, and I want to make it so the game everything that you might want to mod can be done through a file of some kind. And so what that will mean is that we'll have a tool that'll let you like have custom levels. You can just add new like entities or just new things to the game, like new 3D models and such. And you could have mixed and matched mods. So you could have like Frogger will be an engine pretty much where you can just slap in a bunch of different individual pieces, and it'll just all of a sudden work in the game, and you don't need to do any work to make the different ones compatible with each other. So you can like create a level pack where you just cobble together a bunch of different levels and combine it with other level packs or stuff, and all those levels will just appear on the level stack. And that's kind of my vision for what I'm gonna do with this. And the great thing is that with source code, we'll be able to make it platform agnostic, so it can so we could have a mod that without any extra work would just work on both PC or PlayStation. I think that's something that's realistic now that we have code that builds a retail copy for the game. Yeah, it is certainly going to be a big undertaking, but so has everything that we've spent years working on at Highway Frog. So yeah, I'm really excited for it, even if this is like a long-term project that is quite a ways away. It's something that that I think is gonna finally make modding not only feasible but super accessible, so people without any like know-how can make new Frogger levels. That's kind of my goal. Yeah.
This is awesome. I'm just enjoying the fact that the game I'm playing right now, I compiled.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you compiled this. This was source code, and you turned it into a playable build here. How would you structure the level select for mods? This is something that that is definitely going to take some more thought. My current idea is the simplest thing is just modify the current level select to be a lot more expandable. So with the existing system of like golden frogs and such, you just have a level select that automatically just expands and adds levels for as many levels that exist in the game. There are some questions with like memory management and like having so many different like zone textures loaded at once. I need to do math to figure out like what exactly the best ways are to like handle this stuff with like abiding by the PlayStation's system limitations and such. But yeah, the idea is that the level select would automatically expand to include all the levels, and perhaps there would be like an alternative. There'd be options for like certain zones to always be unlocked, or like, and the cheats to like unlock all levels would of course be included. So it wouldn't be like you had to absolutely get through all the previous levels to unlock the others. The later levels, unless you want to play it like that, which, yeah, because I think I don't remember there being a platform there.
I don't remember.
Any plans of porting Frogger 1 to the N64 at some point via utilizing the decomp? I've thought about it. It's kind of rough though. Like the Frogger is very much designed for software rendering. It is, I don't know that much about the N64's hardware, so it's hard for me to really, really give a good answer on this. But from the little I do know, like there's not, it's of course possible. It's just a matter of who wants to put in that kind of work, and I'm not sure that that's high on my list of plans. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
this is
Hellfire's.
I think that this is extremely remarkable, and honestly, like I like if you told me that this was where we would be in 2023 when I was like 12 years old, you'd blow my brain. Like I don't think it would. I don't think I could process that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this is a source code that builds the retail version of Frogger. It's pretty wild. That was a lot of work. Um, of course, would have been more work if we didn't have partial early unfinished source code to begin with. But yeah.
so something I'm wondering is what is something I could change right now just to show that this is in fact not
Disable lighting in the cave levels. Uh go to why can't I think of this off the top of my head? I think it's levelcell.c. Um no, that's not right. Library.c. There we are. Yeah, just open that up and see where it says map book flag cave light?
yes.
Just replace that with all caps null for all the levels. Yeah, like that.
Could I add cave lighting to a level that does not have it? Actually, I feel like
Um,
that'd be fun.
I think Globus was trying that, but the problem is there's an entity that needs to be added to the map
Oh, okay, I
for
see.
cave lighting to work right. So I don't think that'll entirely work, but yeah. But you can certainly disable it. Do a hotfix and delete Frogger goes skiing. Yeah.
I'm also
Eric asks, oh, sorry.
no, it's okay. I was just gonna say I'm also going to disable the timer. I know how to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
Eric asks, any chance that source code could be sent back in time, i.e. to compile older builds? Um, yes, but it would take work. So, unlike in Frogger 2, we have something crazy where we have the source history. So like we can go back and go through every single change to the code up until a certain point in development where they didn't actually keep the history from before. And so we can look at every single change that they made to the game's code for Frogger 2. We can't do that with Frogger 1. We don't have that kind of data. That data existed, but we don't have it. And so the but what we can do instead though was this code was close to build 49 for the when like we got it. So like the code here was close to build 49, but I gradually moved it towards the retail version using the same kind of decompilation tools and decompilation techniques that like I'm sure at least some of you have heard like the Super Mario 64 decomp project. It's using the same tools and such as that that I used to get it to the final version. And so we could do that same thing, but in reverse. We could use that to go to earlier builds as well. However, that would be quite a bit of work, and I'm not sure that there's too much benefit of that. All right. We got another question. Um, how do we get your hands on source and early builds? Luck. It's just a lot of uh a lot of searching for the right people or uh yeah, sometimes it's people who've worked on the game, sometimes it's people who are just kind of nearby or adjacent, and sometimes people just have stuff lying around that they're willing to do. And in the case of Frogger 2, we got really lucky because that's the actual studio backups. The people who made uh who made Frogger 2, like we got the actual backups that they had. So we had everything that there probably is to have for Frogger 2. But yeah, it's a lot of persistence and a lot of luck. Yeah. So have you compiled a new game Hellfire?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I
I
hold on. I gotta get to
if
Caves
you
real
did
quick.
it, I hope you I hope you did it while after shutting the CD image in DuckStation, because otherwise uh it won't actually overwrite the CD image.
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there. Cave lighting
Oh, and my
disabled.
timer's not going down either.
Yeah. Yeah, so like yeah, you can see this this stuff is pretty it's pretty awesome. Like you could just disable like cave lighting and such. Yeah, Globus. Yeah, I took your idea for inspiration for what to show.
This is crazy. I've never seen this level like this.
Yeah. Yeah, true. At least the master tapes aren't at the bottom of the ocean like the Lego Island OST. Yeah, we have the believe it or not, we have the masters for Frogger, for Frogger 1's OST. Yeah. And just to be clear, this code here, it's all public right now. Like, granted, right now it's in a state that pretty much only coders probably want to touch it, but and that's one of the things I'll be working on long term. But like it is available on GitHub, so the door is opening even further for Frogger modding, even if I expect it's probably still a little ways off. Yeah. Would be awesome to get the master source for Frogger 1. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's somewhere. I'm sure somebody or some company has it in backup somewhere. I just don't know. I've tried. I've tried every. I can't even find a company that claims the rights to this game, let alone somebody who has backups of it. But yeah, it's rough.
I wonder if you could mod this game to act like Frogger 2 does, where you collect a baby frog and then it just lets you keep moving. It'd probably be pretty easy to do that.
Yeah, I think that'd be doable.
I'm not gonna do it now, but
that would suck for some levels.
Yeah.
But it would also save so much time on others. One of the things I've been thinking about is libsm64, or like getting Mario inside of Frogger, and so like you have a top-down view and can run around with Mario controls and.
Oh my god! No,
goofy.
You need to do that.
Yeah.
It must be done.
Yeah, I the level that sold me on the idea was slime sliding, the one where because I thought about how funny that level would be to play as Mario.
Frogger Goes Skiing would be very fun because you just slide down the whole map.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm curious to see. I'm sure Frogger Goes Skiing will be so much easier with the lights on here.
I'm very curious to see.
Yeah.
But just stop sucking for a moment. Oh god, what is going on? This is bizarre.
Yeah, it almost feels like it was brighter before. Like we can see everything. Maybe that's just the PC version that's brighter.
No, it was definitely brighter before.
Yeah. I kind of wonder why it's so dark, but we can see everything, so.
Oh, I couldn't see that, apparently.
You know, now that you can see everything, you could probably go a little slower through the levels, since the time pressure of going fast was really a product of the light going down.
And also the timer is disabled.
True.
I can barely see those spiders. I'm very curious to see Webb's Cavern.
Yeah.
What is the cheat to unlock all levels offhand? Do you know?
Um, Here, let me send it.
I probably could just code it so all the levels are unlocked, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, true, we could. I know the function to do that. But this will probably be a little
Faster for the moment.
yeah. Um yeah, I don't, one sec. Um
Would it be in level cell dot C?
it might, I don't think so though. I think
Oh wait, never mind. That's not even a file. I just made that up.
no, that is a file. It's in the unused folder though.
Oh,
Um okay, I think I've got it. Right square triangle, square triangle, R1 L1 R1 L1 circle.
yep. All zones open.
Oh shoot, I wanted all levels open. Try the same thing, but try square or triangle or cross or you get the picture. Just try different combinations like what I've sent there. Maybe.
Right square
You know
triangle
what?
square triangle R1
I'll
L1
just
R1
pull up.
L1. Nope. Right square. Wait. Right square triangle square triangle R1 L1 R1 L1 X. No. I'll just compile the game with that.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just I'll do a search with file seek, and I'll just type zones unlocked, and then it'll tell me what file does
Oh,
that.
that's gonna give you the text. One sec here. Okay, if you want to edit it, I'll pull up the right file and place. I've done it before, I know. Level accessible. Grab R. Okay.
Is it in gamesys.c?
No. I think you want select.c, I think. It's either that or temp opt. Let me check real quick. Yeah, okay. What I'm looking for is select level in it and select.c.
Okay, this.
I am not looking at your screen. One second. Yes, there you go. And you could just put in the levels you want to unlock here. Or even like a for loop to go through. Uh, yeah. So which levels do you want? You wanted the rest of the cave ones, right?
Yeah. Could I, in
Um,
theory, add the multiplayer levels to the stack here?
no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Um, so yeah, do a level, just duplicate one of these lines, and for level, just do level caves, level underscore caves, one, and then duplicate that line. Yeah. Yeah, and then 3 and 4.
There we go.
3 and 4, not 1 and 2. Or
Oh,
not
three.
not
Oh,
2 and 3, I mean. Yeah, it's kind of goofy the way that they did that. LibFrogger when? Probably never. It Mario 64 has something a little, it's a little more possible with that than Frogger. If you can do that, can you make an option to use the Frogger model rig to the Mario rig? Oh, that's terrible. But yeah, yes, we could, I'm pretty sure.
I
That's
want that.
horrible. I think that's possible at least. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
awesome. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't this make the first PC mod for Frogger? No. No, we've had there are definitely PC mods that have come first for Frogger. Also, this is the PlayStation version. Um, but yeah,
This is awful.
Cav 2 ain't real. Yeah, if you go back to some of the prototypes, it is.
Ah, the lava isn't real.
Yeah, it's interesting. Brighton doesn't brighten. Yeah, it's interesting how dark it is, cause yeah.
Can I change that somehow?
I think what you'd probably need to do is re-enable the cave lighting and then mess with how the cave lighting works, which, I don't know if we care to do that right now.
No. But yeah, that's
Curious on if this is just covering Frogger 1, or if this is also covering one other game. Yeah, we were talking mostly about Frogger 2, but we took a break a little bit to talk about the Frogger 1 decomp. Um, we could probably get back to
I want to take a look at
Frogger
some
2.
Frogger 2 builds. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay. Yeah. I do hope to at some point talk about the Frogger 2 enhanced PC version. But yeah, let's cover some Frogger 2 prototype builds.
Do you want to talk about that? Is that more important to you?
Um, well, I feel like we've done a bit of talking technical and that kind of stuff. We might as well show some more Frogger 2 stuff.
Do you
Uh,
do you have a
yeah,
build of the Frogger 2 port that you would be willing to like show today? Or
sure.
I mean, like I'm interested in that. Like that sounds cool. I mean, I'm kind of like 50-50. I could do either.
Yeah, I guess what's chat interested in then? Do you guys want to see the upgraded PC port that doesn't crash, or at least doesn't crash as much? Um, or do you guys want to see some of the Frogger 2 prototype builds?
Also, which does this new build allow you to choose which display the game is shown on? Because I would like to maybe put it on this screen. People asking for prototypes.
New
Okay, well,
build.
we can maybe talk about Frogger 2 next time, I guess, because people want to see prototypes. The people have spoken. Um, all right, I guess I'll just load up Milestone 5. Yes. I'm
Sure. Milestone 5. That if you can
NTSC
get that one
MS5
working. Oh, NTSC MS5.
from April 2000.
Okay, the PlayStation one. Yeah, sure.
I've not played this yet or seen it or anything, so this is going to be interesting. English. Fran
Franny S.
Franny ass.
Franny S.
Esbouw.
What went wrong with these names?
Netherlands. Svenska. Why are there so many? Okay, whatever. I get it. It's important to be have multiple languages, but like, dude, the game's not done yet. Slow down. Okay. Okay. Is
I
oh,
believe.
okay.
Oh, there we are.
That's horrifying. Oh, whoa. Ah, he's moving too quick. Music
It's
volume.
certainly a prototype, all right.
I can't select any of these.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that they can be selected.
I mean, this is pretty similar to like the final game in some ways. Multiplayer mode. Don't really care about that right now. Chapter 7, Chapter 6. Okay, all right, we've got something here. Let's start with this, I guess. Maybe?
Usually if Frogger 2 crashes, um, there'll be a message in the console, in the DuckStation console if you have that enabled.
Okay.
But clearly it's not crashed, so
No tongue? Ah! This is a very weird HUD. That is a very weird baby frog with no face.
yeah, the HUD went through a lot of different revisions.
No music. I think that coin is not possible to obtain.
I think you're right. I like how it's like the one not laggy spot in the game. In this build at least. It's when you're just
I vote that it's the
in the
same in
middle
the
of
final.
nowhere. Yeah, the PlayStation version is super laggy for this game. The PC version, once you play it with just how smooth it is, you just can't go back. Like this game doesn't even run at like 20 frames, it feels like on the PlayStation.
I wish that he would get mowed up when he gets mowed up. Does that happen in the
Oh,
final?
yes.
I see they shared the same sentiment.
Yeah.
Oh, you can eat the coins. That's
What? Wait, okay. That's something that's always bothered me. In some of the Frogger games, Frogger is shown eating the coin. Like in Frogger Beyond, he'll like be playing with a coin and he'll like put it in his mouth, take it out, and it's kind of always bothered me a little. Like this is a game like aimed at like kids, so like should you really be putting it into their head to put a coin in their mouth?
mmm, yummy metal,
Yeah.
crunchy copper. Did I get all the coins? I don't think I did. Oh, the butterflies count as part of it. You took 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Fantastic. Thanks.
Yeah, Nuki Loco. The in the final game, the shed that you take to get to that secret area is a different shed.
This is
Crunchy Copper sounds like a level name from Frogger Run 1. Yep.
this is not.
Choose your frog.
It's not working. Nothing works. I have to restart.
Yeah, I suspect that a lot of these are gonna have crashy.
Wait, hold on.
Are the builds likely not using any compiler optimizations? Good question. I don't know if these builds are using compiler optimizations or not. I do know that a lot of these PlayStation builds include debug symbols. Not that it really matters much given we have source code and source code history, but um, yeah.
Space suckers. Wait, is this city? City. I want to play city.
Yeah. Try City. I don't know which builds have City playable. I feel like we might be towards the tail end of the builds that have City playable. Um, but yeah, worth trying.
Didn't work. Now I'm sad. I just want to play City 3. The Swedish option did nothing.
I know that that one of the N64 builds has City playable.
We need Draga here so we can play in French and he can read it to us. Except
Can he read French?
I know that in his videos he just like randomly puts his like OS language in French, which is funny.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know if he does it because he can read French or if he is French or if he's learning French or what, but I know that's a
I
trait.
see.
Okay, we have docks.
Yeah,
This is kind of
without any
interesting
water.
because this is like the level that's in the N64 one, kind of.
Yeah, this is like one. This is one of the first non-spherical Frogger worlds. So this is like one of the earliest levels. Uh, in fact, this is I believe this is the earliest level we have that is playable. We have the spherical worlds in a non-playable state, but yeah.
That killed me, apparently. The lack of music is very chilling. It's very, like, I don't know, weird and eerie.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Somebody in the Frogger Discord was talking about how they played Frogger 1 with no music, and that's how they knew the game because they played the PC version, which had broken music, um, past a certain year. And I can't imagine playing playing Frogger 1 without music. That just feels so wrong. They talked about how the game had such a dark atmosphere because of it.
Play the city music in the background, says somebody. That's a good
Oh,
idea.
true.
I'll do that. I'll pretend it's working. Except this is for the N64, so it's a little different, but we'll just pretend it.
Don't the fruit crate textures get used later on in the final multiplayer levels, or are you wrong? I don't know about multiplayer, but the fruit cake texture is used in the final in one of the subterranean levels. It's used the ants are carrying pieces of like cheese and cake that you can step on across yeah.
This is kind of the city experience with the music. I mean, this is a little less weird. Okay, that's water. I guess. I have no lives left, I think. Oh god. That was close. This level design is pretty bad.
Yeah, it was kind of the first non-spherical world they made, so it makes sense that this would be the most polished.
Oh, I guess I have infinite lives.
I believe your life counter is the 3 at the bottom left.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I do have to get going in about 8 minutes. So, just so we're clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have to go at 7, around there. Slightly
That's
before.
okay.
But I'm glad we're at least getting one of these protos in. Okay. I'm leaving this level. Does it actually allow you to boot back to title? Probably not.
I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't.
Man, I want to play City 3. Because I wanna relive those weird screenshots I used to see. That's one of my favorite.
There is 100% a build that has that level playable. I don't remember which one it is though. I do remember seeing that level in a playable state though.
Speaking of levels that are not in playable states, I think this one is. Oh,
I do believe this level is playable. Seems like it's a little too high up.
This is confusing and weird.
Yeah, I can see why they scrapped the city zone. In Frogger, it just feels like every idea they had was so good, and they just didn't have enough time to add all the things that they had planned. In Frogger 2, it's like, yeah, I could see why they cut this.
I don't know what's going on.
I think you're standing on an invisible conveyor belt.
Oh, I'm here now, I guess. I don't like this level at all. I hate it. Well, I can't play City 3. Multi-cell. Does this work? Oh my god, wait, this is weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how many times yeah, there are ways to load the main menu as a level.
Can you do that in the final game with the source code?
Yeah, with the source code, yes. In fact, there's a way to do it out of the box with the debug mode of the enhanced PC version. It unlocks the level select, and and so you can load levels that can't otherwise be loaded. And one of those levels, it just goes through the list of levels registered to the game. One of those is you can actually load the main menu just like this.
Frogger freaking out.
Arch asks, not that familiar with Frogger 1 content. Were there any zones that were scrapped during development? Yup. Yep. There was the the ancient ruins city zone. And yeah.
We kind of briefly looked at that on another stream, if I can remember correctly.
Yes.
Lava Hell.
Lava Hell. Wow. I bet that's what level is that in the final? I don't even know. There's a level called Palaver or something like that. I forget the exact word. But it's oh yeah, it's subterranean. No, I believe that's the same level.
Wait. Tower of Traps, download Swampy's Lair.
Download, what the heck?
Download.
Oh, I know what level this is, I think.
It doesn't load.
Yeah.
This is my least favorite part of these Frogger 2 prototypes, is that most of them have levels listed, but then they don't actually load anything.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because it's like you have to spend so much time checking, okay, so does this level load? Does this one load? And you have to reset it each time. Save states are good though.
I mean, I just did one.
Yeah.
Start. Doesn't load. Level A. Doesn't load. Level B. Doesn't load. What about language menu? How about that? Okay, not even that works.
Yeah, that menu is I generally don't have success with chapter 9.
Final level. No dice. I'm gonna maybe pop in a build from about a month prior to this.
Okay.
Just for fun. I want to see if the city build works. Or the city,
try
City
it.
3. Okay.
Language zone. What would you have in a language zone in a Frogger game? I bet you'd have probably the Tower of Babel. That seems like a pretty good.
Yeah, this is what I
Yeah,
want.
there you go.
This is weird.
Especially the vehicle that is just two two flat planes intersecting each other.
The street sign in the middle, or the street light in the middle of the road.
Yeah, true. And then the one truck that is double the as tall as the other trucks and feels like it's so large that it should take up you know, these cars are riding over the lane divider. What is the street?
Okay. Uh, there's no toy shop levels. Develop crashes, or maybe develop. I didn't Andy say that there was some sort of thing where it would like sync up to a computer or something?
Yeah,
That's what that's for.
yeah.
The silence is horrible.
I like the sideways swimming turtles.
Awesome. I did not make that. Okay, well, in about 1 minute, I do have to get going. So I think we should maybe wrap this up for tonight. And we should
All
do
right.
another one as soon as we possibly can and maybe talk about the PC port then.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. I think I've gotten through most of what uh what I wanted to update with. There's still more work that needs to be done, but but it's coming. I look forward to being able to share all this stuff. It's there's a lot of cool stuff here.
I agree. And I think that the future of Frogger modding slash, I mean, at this point, you could essentially derive this so much that it becomes its own game. I mean, like if you
Yeah,
really wanted to, like you could make a new Frogger game out of the contents here with enough time and
yeah,
dedication. So like,
right.
who knows what is in store, you know?
Yeah.
But
All right.
thank you guys for tuning in. I must get going for tonight. I will try to do another one of these streams sooner rather than later. I know it's been a little while, and I know we kind of had a little bit of a delay there, but yeah, hope to be back like within the week, or maybe within a couple weeks. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how much NeeSnap wants to do another stream or what, but we'll try to do another one as soon as we can.
Yeah. I look forward to the next one. I don't know when it'll be, but I think sooner is good.
All right, gang. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in.